Good day, ladies and gentlemen, personalities. Today we are going to deal with trigonometry. In trigonometry, we are going to deal with double angles, and double angles is something that looks more like this, etc., etc. And this is a grade 12 trigonometry topic. So at the end of the day, you must learn how to use trigonometric equations in order to answer questions in a trigonometry section of paper 2 of either test or final exam. So if you stay with me till the end of this, I promise you that by the end of the session you will be able to say that when you meet any question that has a double angle, then you will know exactly how to answer. All right, now let's go ahead. Now, ladies and gentlemen, personalities, when we're speaking about double angles, we are speaking about there are only two formulas. Okay, the first one is you've got sine 2x, and then it turns out that when you have sine 2x, it is nothing other than what? Other than 2 sine x cos x. All right, so what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen, personalities? It simply means that if you see something like this, then you can actually replace it with this to make it simpler. And also, if you see something like this, you can also replace it with this. Okay, that is what equals means. If I say this is equal to this, that means when you see this, you can take it out and put in this in the place of it. And then also, if you see something like this, you can actually take it out from any situation and then replace it with something like this one. So either or. So you can go forward, you can also go backward. So this is the first double angle formula. There's the second one, the one of cos. So the one of cos is the following. If you've got cos 2x, so this is, now there are three formulas that you can use. You will see which one is appropriate at a particular point in time. Okay, so I will write three of them so that you can actually use whatever that you want to use, but you must know all of them because I wouldn't know which one you will need at that time. So the first one is the one that says that cos 2x is equal to cos squared x, right, minus sine squared x. And then the second one is the one that says that cos 2x is nothing other than what? Other than 1 minus 2 sine squared x. And then the last one is the one that says is equal to 2. Cos 2x is equal to 2 cos squared x minus 1. If you see this, you can replace it with either this or this or this, depending on which one will make your life even easier. And if you see any one of these, either this or this or this, you can replace it with this, if that will also make you sleep at night. So listen, gentlemen, personalities, where do we actually use the double angle formulas? Where do we actually use them? There are 4 uses, ladies and gentlemen. 4 uses. So what are those 4 uses? Number 1, you can use it. They can say simplify. They can say simplify, and then when they say simplify, then they include a double angle. Then when they include a double angle, then obviously you must then remove it and substitute it with a simpler version and continue to solve, and so on and so forth. So they can say simplify, but number 2, they can also say prove. Say prove that this is equal to this, and then amongst those things that you need to prove, there will be one of the trigonometric function with a double angle, and then you will definitely know what to do when you get there. And then number 3, they can simply say express this in terms of this. For example, they can say express number 1 16a in terms of 2a. They can say that, or they can say something else, or they can say express 16a in terms of 8a. Now, when they say so, you've got angles that has a potential of being made a certain kind of a double angle, then you will use double angle formulas in order to do what? to solve those kind of things. So it is the kind of question that says express, and then I'm gonna put star here just to represent something in terms of, and then let me just put another star here. Okay, so express something in terms of something you can use. And then the last case, ladies and gentlemen, personalities. Don't worry about all of these things. I will give you an example so that you can see. And then the last thing is evaluate. They can give you a double angle and then say evaluate it. So in order to evaluate it, you will definitely need what? You'll definitely need double angle formulas. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, personalities, let's pick one of these examples so that you can see. Start with the first one. Let's say this, you get a question saying simplify, and then they give you something like this. They say simplify, and then they gave you sine 2x over 2 cos x. So how do you go about and simplify this thing? Okay, so when you simplify something like this, you will say, okay, obviously you always say equal to, and then you will say, oh, okay, this is too difficult, so I must replace it with something easier. This is something easier. So sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cos x, and then you will take this and put it in the place of this one, as we said earlier. So how to do it? You say 2 sine x cos x, and then divided by this 2 cos x. That was here, and then you can see what happens. You cancel this one, and then this one cancel this one, and then you remain with what? You remain with sine x. Done, ladies and gentlemen. Done. Right. So this is one of the examples. Obviously, in normal cases, you won't come up with a simpler situation like this. It will be more, but I used this example so that I can illustrate the idea. All right. So this is one of the cases that you can come across. Okay. Now let's take the second part, or the second thing that they can actually bring to you. Okay, let's say that they say to you, evaluate what? They say evaluate cos squared 15 degrees minus sine squared 15 degrees without using the calculator. Now, what do you do in those kinds of cases? Okay, now you will look at what you are given, and then when you look at this thing, it looks like something that has to do with what? With a double angle. And what is that thing? It's not this thing, it's not this thing, it's not this, it's exactly this. Oh, so I've got cos squared of something, which is cos squared of something, okay, and then sine squared of something, and then sine squared of something, okay, and then they say that this is equal to what? Is equal to cos 2x. Oh, okay, so because of what? Because of the double angle formulas, then I know that cos squared 15 degrees minus sine squared 15 degrees is nothing other than sine. Is it sine? No, it's cos, and then it's 2 times this thing, which is the, and what is this thing? This thing is 15 degrees. Okay, can you see that? And then cos 2 times 15 degrees, it is nothing other than what? It is nothing other than cos 30 degrees. Now, cos 30 degrees, we can solve cos 30 degrees without using a calculator. How can we do that? We can simply write this triangle. We know this is 90, this is 60 degrees, this is 30 degrees, this is 1, this is 2, sorry, this is 1, this is root 3, and then this is what? And then this is 2. And then what is cos 30? Cos 30, we know cos 30 is what? Is adjacent over cos in general is adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this case, cos 30 is adjacent, which is what is adjacent? Adjacent is root 3, right? And then divided by what? Divided by 2. Okay? Yes. Now listen to the personalities. It can happen that some of you don't believe this. If you don't believe this, you can actually go to the calculator and punch this exactly, and then you will see, you will end up with this. Okay, now it goes back to what I said earlier, that if you get something in this side, you can replace it with something in this side, but also sometimes you can get something in this side and then you will have to replace it with something that side. Each and every situation is different. Each and every situation has its own what? Has its own merits. So you will need to see how you sort it out yourself. You need to see which situation you are in, and then from seeing which situation you are in, you will know exactly what to do. Let's take another example, a very interesting one. Let's say you've got an example and then they say to you, if 5 cos theta is equal to minus 3, and then they say to you, and theta is less than 180 degrees. And then what do they say to you? They say find what? Find cos 2 theta. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, solution. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you always use what you have in order to find what you don't have. Okay, so you know that this cos 2 theta, you can actually find it in terms of a simple trigonometric function, right? So you must then be able to see what is it that you can do. Okay, let's look at this one. What do they say here? They say 5 cos theta is equal to what? Is equal to minus 3. You know you can divide both sides here, and then you can get what? Cos theta is equal to minus 3 over 5. Can you see that? Yes. So you've only got cos theta, right? You've only got a cos theta. Okay, is it enough? It seems as if it's enough, because you can actually take this and then use it here. All right, and then so you will then have something like this. You know that cos 2 theta is equal to what? Is equal to 2 cos squared theta minus 1. So this will become 2, and then this cos theta, you know you've got it. You've got what? Minus 3 over 5 squared minus 1. And then you can put this in the calculator and then find an answer. Or obviously you can go ahead and calculate it without using a calculator. So when you do that, you know you'll get minus 3 squared, which is 9, and then so you'll end up with what? With 2 times 9 over, and then 10 squared is 5 squared is what? 5 squared is, you've got 9 over 25 minus 1. 2 times 9 is what? It is 18 over 25 minus 1. Okay, and then you know, the LCD is 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1. 1 times 18, it's 18. And then 25 divided by 1 is 25. 25 times 1, and it's going to be minus 20, 25. So 18 minus 25, 18 minus 25 is nothing other than minus 7. So your answer is what? Is minus 7 over 25. And you are done. So you did not know what to do here, but because now you had double angle formulas were able to come to your rescue and be able to help you going forward. Okay, now let's do I think this is the last one, and then we can close shops after that. Now let's say you got a question like this, and then they say express cos what? Cos 8a in terms of what? In terms of 4a. So how to go about and sort out this kind of a question? So if you are in this kind of a situation, what you simply do is, okay, you remember you've got cos 8a. We all know that cos 8 is same as 4 times 2. So this is same as cos what? Let me actually write it with a different color so that you can see. 2 times what? Times 4a. So when you say 2 times 4a, you're gonna get exactly like this thing. So it is equal to cos 2 over 4a. Sorry, cos 2 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 4a. And then so from this, ladies and gentlemen, personalities, you can see that in terms of our formulas, you can actually take any of these formulas. It does not really matter. But for our purposes, I'm going to take what? I'm going to take 1 minus 2 sine squared, and then I write 4a. Can you see I've expressed this in terms of what? In terms of 2a. Ladies and gentlemen, personalities, this is one of the situations where you can actually use what? You can use double angle formulas in order to do what? In order to answer questions. Okay, so now I was strictly dealing with how to use these kind of formulas to answer questions, and I will make another video where I will explain how these were developed. You can also go, because the information is all over there online, and check how they were developed. Even in your books it's there, you can check it out, because that does help in answering some of the questions as well. But other than that, I will come up with another video that will explain that. So ladies and gentlemen, personalities, by the way, my name is Mqondisi Magcaba. I'm not sure if I've introduced myself, from Tembela Maths Club, and then this is a club that helps learners to understand mathematics. So if you want to become part of this community, you can go ahead and subscribe. There's a subscribe button down there. You can go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button, so that if I release another video of this kind, you will be able to be notified, and then you can come and watch this kind of a video. All right, yes. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, personalities, thank you very much for tuning in. And by the way, there are other videos for paper 1 and paper 2 also in this channel, so you are so welcome to go around and check those videos and see how they can help you. The aim is for you to pass. That is the aim. There's nothing else. The aim is for you to pass. So what will make me happy at the end of the day is to see you saying, Mr. Magcaba, I did pass at the end of the year because I was watching your video. Now that will make me very, very happy. I will be a very, very happy man. So go ahead, go around and check if there are videos that you can use. These videos, ladies and gentlemen, personalities, they are very simple. I think you will notice that with them. They can explain things in a very simple manner. And I think that a lot of people, especially people who are struggling with mathematics can benefit in a large way through this video. So go ahead and enjoy and have a lovely day and happy learning and goodbye.